There's an employee that started with us 2 years ago, and she has office and warehouse. We combine those since they're basically in the same area. Tonight's Office Employee of the Year for Raffield Tire is B.B. Weiss. We're having some technical difficulty. And maybe we'll get a plaque that says she contributed the most toward the goals of Raffield Tire Master Inc. and best represented the ideals in which we believe, 2014. She will also get a gift certificate for $100 to the store of her choice. Phoebe handles the HR responsibilities with healthcare, dental, all of that stuff, and also payroll. So she's extremely important. Yeah. Yes. Next person I want to introduce is the manager of the Rocky Creek Road store, Mike Hanania.
Thank you, Chip. How are y'all this evening? Good. Good. Merry Christmas to everybody. I love my store, the Rocky Creek Road store. Not everybody loves my store, but I love my store. And I got a good crew of guys. Kind of disappointed that I can only give the award to one person, as a lot of people at my store really show a lot of effort, most of the time. This guy, like everybody else, does what I ask and treats my customers and their vehicles properly. What sets him apart from the rest of everybody else is that it don't matter any day of the week, day off, whatever, he will be there if I need it. Always, on his day off, always will be there, and that's dependable. And I'm giving mine to Randy Harris this year. Come on down. Take your time.
Congratulations, Randy. All right, turn around and smile for a picture.
There you go. And you get a $100 gift certificate almost everywhere you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Y'all give Randy a round of applause. Next up is the manager of the Shirling Drive store, Chuck Wyckoff.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. You know, it's always a difficult decision to choose an employee of the year. At Shirling Drive, we have such fine young men that work with us and do a fantastic job every day. But there's always one that rises to the top. And this year, it's a guy we all know, we've all worked with, Ethan Ray. We call him Mercedes.
All right, Big Ray.
All right, turn around and have your picture.
Thank you, man. You get $100 gift.
Thank you, Chuck. Next up is the manager from the downtown MLK Boulevard store, Danny Fowler.
I'm with Chuck. It's always hard to choose. We don't have a we kind of a lot shorter staffed than everybody else, but my employee of the year this year, he's very respectable. He respects everybody. He's courteous, and he's kind of in a unique situation. He and his, I call him teammate, doesn't drive, so he has to pull every car in and out for both of them. His oil changes, and when the other guy's doing tire work, he has to pull his cars in and out. And that's Sherrod Mann. And I don't know if he's here tonight.
Gerard, very deserved. Yes, please. Thank you, Dean. Next up is the manager of the Tom Hill store, Dale Childers.
Merry Christmas. Just like the other guys, it's always hard to choose. I do have one consistent performer who's been with me a long time. My employee of the year is Chad Matthews. And he's going to sing you a song.
Take it away, Chad.
I like my chicken southern fried.
All right.
Thank you, Chad. Next up is Wayne Singletary from Zebulon Road.
Well, I want to thank the Zebulon Road team for doing a great job all year. I want to give a special thanks to Todd Carroll, our Employee of the Year.
Come on up, Todd. Yeah, yeah.
Only if you want the money.
You got to take pictures.
Thank you, Todd. Next up is Michael Gibbs, the manager of the Russell Parkway store.
Hey, this year's been a little rough in the beginning, but we've got some new people that started. Has helped us out a lot. One of the best things as a manager is to have a great technician that you don't really have comebacks on. And I say one of the best things to have as a manager is a great technician where you don't have any comebacks. And Keith Chips couldn't make it tonight, but he's our employee of the year, and he prevents, our so-called boomerang cars. and he will be our employee of the year this year.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
I'm actually standing in for Randy Brown, who's the manager of the Galleria store. Randy was not able to make it tonight, but I did get to let him tell me some words to say about his employee of the year. This gentleman also is a technician, does an excellent job. But not only is he a good technician, my understanding is he's a pretty good husband and a pretty good father also. And, that's just kind of hard to find, it seems like nowadays on there. But Galleria store employee of the year is Daniel Bish.
Good to have you pick the name, Daniel. Congratulations. Thank you, Daniel.
Did you want to make a speech, Daniel? You're good? Okay.
Next person I want to introduce, most of you probably know him. It's the president of the company, Bill Raffield.
Wow.
Closer. Here in the back.
First thing I want to do is say thank you. Can you hear me now? Wow, we've been doing this for years and years and years, and I just want to, it ain't really my job here tonight, but I'm going to say thank you to everybody in this room, because I've been working for a long time for this company, and I'm going to talk about that But I am the person working here who's been on the payroll straight through the longest. It was that Bobo was just behind me as the longest standing employee, but he retired. Bobo, just stand up back there and I'm gonna recognize you. I ain't gonna give you the microphone, we ain't got time, but it's good to have you here. And that man worked here since 1968, I believe he is. And the reason I'm saying that is this right here is the 25 years of service plaque for Sammy Simmons, and he's not here tonight, and he's the Truck Tire Center Employee of the Year, but he got this award in 1994. This man started in '69. That's 45 years that he's worked for us. He is the Truck Tire Center Employee of the Year. He has been a stand-up performer for this company for all these years. He carries keys to the Truck Tire Center, and they got $750,000 worth of inventory right now, and we'll call him at 2 o'clock in the morning and tell him a truck tire customer needs something, and he'll go take care of it. This is the go-to man for truck tire service. At our Truck Tire Center for more than 40 years, everybody that ever came there did not change truck tire before learned how to do it from this man. He deserves the reward. Now, we don't give lifetime achievement awards, but if it was such a thing, this would be one of the candidates. And really, in this room, we're a successful company because we got our room full of candidates for awards. So, yes. But I'm just telling you what, this man is kind of shy. He doesn't come to these things. Thomas Holloway works with him. Thomas, he's gotten one of these 25 years awards. I want you to tell him he's missing somebody talking good about him. Those of us who know him know that this man is the kind of employee that I sure would like to have more of. I'm 70 years old. I'm able to stand up here. I'm still on the payroll. If it wasn't for people like this, I wouldn't be able to do it. So let's hear it. I also have the privilege of giving the company-wide Employee of the Year award. Okay, so we got all these traits that we look for. You got to be honest, got to be dependable, got to be pretty intelligent, because tire work and working on cars is not common day labor. You got to know what you're doing, and the work you do affects the lives of people. We need for cars to leave our shop safe. And so most of you work in situations where you're waiting on people that come into our store. And remember, in a retail store, customers come to you when they're wanting to buy something. So if they show up, they probably consider us for what they want. But at our Truck Tire Center, we got 3 guys who go out of there 4 days a week in a truck, and they go as far as 100 miles calling on folks, selling truck tires and agricultural tires, and calling on commercial accounts. And folks, selling's different when you're on their turf. Our Employee of the Year this year, company-wide, is one of those guys. And I'm saying all this because what he does is different from what you do. When he goes out there, he's the face of our company. This is the only person those people ever sees. Keith Branch is not here tonight. I understand he's at a church function. But this man's been with us about 6 years now. We hired him to do this, never worked in the tire business. But he's honest, trustworthy, hardworking, good looking like all our employees.
Most of them.
I'm going to disagree with you. This man has gone out there and learned this business, and he stumbled a little bit. But he's done a good job. He has developed relationships with these people that decide to buy from us, and that's not an easy thing to do. He's available to them when they call. He looks after their needs. He represents us in the kind of way we want to be represented. And he helps us put money on the bottom line. And so, I'd like, even though he's not here, I need somebody to come up here and accept these awards. And let's hear it for Keith Branch. Raffield Tire Employee of the Year.
His daddy come up there and he said before.
Thank you.
Good job, Grady.
Okay, thank you, Bill.